Hi everyone, Delle here. Welcome to the channel. Welcome if you're new and welcome if you're coming back. It's good to have you here. It's good to see you. Please do like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It's greatly appreciated. It helps support its growth and to bring more videos like this to you. And as it's growing, you get to be a part of the community, and it's just wonderful, and I appreciate it. All information about me is in the description box, as well as where to book a private or a personal reading. It's all through my website, DelleGoddessIntuitive.com. You can check it out again in the description box. I also bring any messages like through songs or songs that come through the messages. I just throw them on the Spotify playlist. So if you want to check that out, you can. It's just a great playlist too. It's growing to be quite eclectic and fun. And you can also just hit shuffle if you want an intuitive message to come through in the form of a song. And yeah, any books that come through or messages of resources, I also throw in the description box as well. Currently there is a blizzard going on outside, so if you hear some of that noise, that's what it is. There's just a big kind of like snowball thing that just hit the window, so yeah. Today's reading, we're actually going to follow the topic of what do I need to let go of, but Spirit wanted to make it fun, and it's what do I need to let go of, and what's the reward when I do this? Because sometimes we need a little reward or a congratulation at the end of a period of really hard work. So we're going to follow the format of a Celtic cross spread. I'll walk you through what each of the positions mean and show you what the card is that comes through for the positions. And then we're also going to pull an oracle deck from the Yogic Path oracle deck. So we will also look at that. That's will be like our dessert to the main course of the Celtic cross spread, and then the dessert of a oracle card. So hopefully that sounds good with you, and if it does, we'll just begin. So if there's anything that you've been feeling particularly stressed around lately that you're like, I wonder if this is going to come up, you can just hold that into your intention. Just, what would be for my highest and greatest good to let this go of, and what's the good that could come out of it when I do let this go. And then we'll just set that as the intention. So if you want to hold that, always taking a deep breath in. If you want to pause the video, just really grounding your energy, breathing fully into the body, out the bottom of your feet, exhaling, releasing it completely, and just do it as many times as you need to do. Let's do it again, actually, together. Just inhaling in, filling the lungs all the way to the bottom of the feet. And exhale, letting go of any tension. So we're already practicing letting go. Inhale in one last time. Fill the body, fill the lungs out the bottom of the feet. And just exhale out. And always I like to just do a shimmy on the last one for some reason. It feels good and it feels fun. So we're kicking it old school today. I've got the Rider Waite. And we have, oh my gosh, some really good cards on the bottom. So the World and the Wheel of Fortune are on the bottom. I forgot that I need the Modesty covers for this deck. So I'm just going to grab my little Modesty Post-its for the nudity that's on the cards so YouTube isn't upset. Okay, so I shuffled thoroughly. So this card is going to represent what we need to let go of. What are we letting go of? The signifier of that. We are also going to, I'm here and I can go ahead and just shuffle them out from here. Actually, okay, they're directing me, so let me get the cards out first. I can actually look at them, they said. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Hope everyone's doing well. If I haven't said that already, please do leave a comment. Let us know how you're doing. If you get anything from the video, it's always interesting to see how the videos resonate. I enjoy reading the comments a lot, so thank you for those of you who do leave one. All right, let's see. Ooh, thank you. And two more. Celtic cross usually follows a similar pattern, I've noticed, like a similar like layout. That's what I'm saying. Oh wow, the sun. What a wonderful bottom of the deck energy. Yeah, so whatever you are positioned to let go of or wanting to let go of, it's definitely it's coming through as as it brings about a lot of positivity. So we have the Sun card here as the bottom of the deck energy. The Sun overrides any kind of negative card in the tarot. It literally is shining a light on it. Let's look at this, from the positive perspective. Let's look at it from the light side of the self and work through any shadow that's coming through. So when we illuminate our fears, isn't it interesting how quickly, like when we face our fears, they just don't have a hold on us anymore. It's like poof, you know what I mean? They're gone. Sometimes we have this reverting back to an old habit or an old fear or something, an old truth or belief. And it's just when we shine a light on it and we look at it without judgment, we can render or form a new opinion about it, or we can let go of any opinion about it because it is simply what it is, and that's the end of it. But yeah, so it could be that you're letting go of a fear or something like that, but we'll get into it. So in the very center of the Celtic cross spread, we have what the reading is going to be about and what's signifying it. So you literally have the two cards about letting go. So we have the Eight of Cups, which is walking away from something, letting these cups go. And we also have the Six of Swords, which is letting something go. So that way we can go to a calmer place, a place that's more happy. I'm hearing that song, Somewhere Only We Know by Keane, I think is the artist. Somewhere only we know. So I'm getting, actually, this is more of, it's not like a person or thing you're letting go of, or a job or something. It's like something that has manifested in the physical, but it started on a false belief. I'm hearing that old blues song. It's standing on shaky ground. So it's, and yes, we're standing on shaky ground ever since you put me there. And it kind of goes through like all the things that happen that aren't that great. Like the girl singing about like the car got repossessed. It's like a typical blues song. And but it just has a really cool funk and a groove. So for that song to come through, it's kind of like, all right, this mindset isn't serving me. Like, there's that blizzard. If you could hear that. Oh my gosh, everything's okay. But yeah, it's coming down quite hard outside. So anyway, yeah, I just see that you're choosing to walk away from something. So the reading is about letting go, which is confirming the intention that we set. But I see what's signifying it is a need to get to sturdier ground, to calmer waters. So what's the best that can be arrived at, or what's crowning the reading, is the Five of Swords. So this is interesting for this to be the best it can be arrived at. Sometimes when you make a decision to do something that is actually better for you, other people just aren't going to get it, and that's okay. They're not meant to get it because this is about your journey. They might get it eventually, or they might see how it plays out. But for some, I'm hearing it's like you're doing a 180 in this letting go. And so I feel like what you need to let go, one of the first messages coming through around this, is the opinions of other people, because it's just not needed or warranted. We don't need the opinions of other people to dictate how we are choosing to live our life, the flow or the direction of our life, because it's simply ours. It's our own. It's your life. So I'm hearing that song. Who is that? The Animals? I'm not sure. It's my life and I can do what I want. I'll have to look for that one. It feels like the Rolling Stones, but I'm not sure. But I'll look it up and add it to the Spotify playlist. You can find it there. So in the recent past, we have the King of Pentacles. I feel like you've had a taste of this before, what it feels like to really embody the things that matter and are the most important to you. I feel like there's been a reverting, though, back to like an old belief or something, and it's like we're catching it now. We're really uplifting all of the roots and putting it aside. I'm seeing in Harry Potter when they pull up the mandrake root, and the mandrake root's like screaming, and they have to repot it. So that's what I'm getting. It's like in repotting or pulling up the roots of this thing. It's more like, I'm seeing like the ego mind is like more freaking out, like, what are we doing here? And really it's just wanting to make sure that we are going to be safe and secure. So for some, I feel like you did have a taste of success, knowing what it felt like to be your own true authentic self. And maybe there was some pushback or something, or you put yourself out there. I feel like I'm just surmising at this point, so you'll know what this means for you. But I just see that you're putting that fear back on the shelf where it belongs rather than carrying it around with you. So with the Harry Potter reference, it's like, you know, it's like we're uplifting the root, but we're not going to carry it with us because that root is screaming. It's like causing a tantrum, it's causing a scene. So we're going to repot it over here, and that's where it's going to live, and we don't have to worry about it anymore. Okay. So I'm just seeing that there's this recommitment and a reconnection to yourself, your true worth, to value and honor yourself. So it's more so about the decision to value and honor yourself, and it reignites the connection that you have with yourself. In the near future, or like the soon to be near future, I would say it's about like 6 or 7 days, 5 days maybe even for some, where there's this indecision, or maybe there has been this indecision, and I'm hearing the song by The Clash, Should I Stay or Should I Go? With, again, it could be a bunch of different things, but you'll know if it resonates for you what it is. I am getting a job coming through actually with this. But it's more so tied into not the job, but does what I'm doing actually align with my values, with my morals? Now that I'm getting really comfortable and secure and reaffirming, okay, I value myself and my worth. It's like something in the external world is like, maybe I don't actually believe in the thing that I'm doing, or I don't actually believe in the actions that I'm taking. So I need to step back and I need to take a look at, okay, what do I actually want for myself? And then I need to make a decision, because the Two of Swords is about like, I'm not moving until I know what I want, until I know who I am, what I want, and where I want to be going. So I do see that maybe you're not going to reach a conclusion in the next couple of days, and that's okay to take your time with it. But I am seeing there is a need though to make a decision eventually, but it's based on two conflicting truths. So they're showing the swords as these are two conflicting truths that, okay, it's all right, so what do I actually believe? What do I actually want? And, you know, am I listening to the fear truth, or am I listening to the light truth? You know, what I know to be true inside, because it's coming from a place of love, you know, love for myself, love for others. You know, and it's interesting too, because at the crown of the reading, again, we have the Five of Swords. So the best that can be arrived at is really just maybe there's an even better decision. So maybe the two swords that have been dropped or left behind, maybe there's a solution in that, or there's an even better decision that you haven't thought of yet. So the stalling or the time taken in the next week or so in that near future energy is like, all right, is there something even better I haven't thought of yet? Maybe that's why I'm hesitant to let go of this thing. I'm also getting what you are needing to let go of is how's it coming through? I want to make sure I get it right before I communicate it. I'm hearing the need to be right, and also the willingness to be wrong is coming through. So that might be something to let go of as well, or to look at that. It's like I'm hearing someone say, I'm willing to be wrong about this, but this is how I'm feeling. And really seeing, okay, am I coming from a place of illusion or fear, or am I actually approaching this with love? And love is the one that has all the sunlight around it. You know, love is, I'm hearing that song, can't remember the artist again, but it's Love Is the Way I Feel. It's by like a newer group, but they have a really old school sound. It's in the Spotify playlist already, so I'll link it there for you guys. At the bottom, or the root of the reading, is the Knight of Swords. So I feel like the reason this is coming up is because there's some quick energy, fast approaching energy, or you really want to get a move on of this thing. And it's like you sense that there's something that you are holding on to and you need to let go, so that way you can keep progressing at the pace that you want to progress at. But it's interesting because it's this fast energy moving and then boop, not going anywhere. So there's going to need to be a decision in order for this thing to be let go of, or this idea or principle. Again, I'm getting it's like, it just feels like it's a belief tied around the thing. So it's not actually a job, a person, money, whatever. It's like a belief or a structure, a limited structure around that thing. That's actually the thing that we need to let go of, or that needs to be let go of. For some, it's this belief, like I'm hearing someone say, I have to do everything myself. And what needs to actually be released is like, no, you don't. So I'm actually seeing the moon. Like, I love the moon in this card, in this deck, because the moon's like kind of side-eyeing the person down here, like, no, you don't. This is actually the thing that you need to walk away from, or, you know. I see that there's a choice being made too, where somebody's like, maybe I don't have to throw everything away. Maybe I can just isolate the thing that needs to, or is causing me a lot of grief. And again, it's like, I just see it's this seed. It's this limiting belief. It's this root where it's like, all right, it's not serving our higher purpose anymore. It's not aligned with our true beliefs about ourselves. So writing down to like, what do you value? What do you believe to be good about yourself? And then like, what are the actions that you have been taking lately, and see if they align or if they clash. Because I feel like there's some kind of a clashing energy around there. So with this, should I stay or should I go? There's that back and forth, but they're highlighting the clash. Like there's actually a clash of energy with that message. Your energy is really awesome. It's showing up as the Hierophant, number 5. So there's change involved, but the change has to do with wanting to commit to yourself on a deeper and more fuller level. So I'm seeing for some, it's like you want to level up in life, and this is across the board. It's better paying job, or a better job, a better working environment at the job that you like to do, better pay, better relationships, more thoughtful communication, more understanding, actually advocating for the things that you need instead of getting angry and upset and then blowing up because you didn't communicate that you had a need in the past. So people can't read your mind. So it's if they don't know that you actually need something, it's more likely that your need will go unmet than if you had just communicated, you know. So learning how to be in a better, stronger commitment with yourself first, to rise to the occasion, to be able to do that, that's going to be huge in overcoming limiting factors and beliefs about yourself. For some, there is this limiting belief of my needs don't matter, my needs aren't worthy enough to be met, and that needs to go like immediately, like yesterday. So, and replacing those. So we want to make sure that we are replacing limiting beliefs we're getting rid of with a positive affirmation. So it's important for my needs to be met. It's safe for my needs to be met. It's safe for me to have needs. You know, it's totally normal and okay for me to have needs. I know how best to support myself to get my needs met. You know, my needs are met effortlessly and easily and abundantly with love and through love. That one's like, yes, winner, winner. So that last one. The energy of your environment is you understanding that you actually already have the skills and abilities to do this with the King of Swords, where you've mastered, okay, I know what's for me and I know what's not for me. So again, I feel like this is a lesson that's already been learned, but it's like, sometimes with a fear, we kind of revert back. Let's say we totally conquer a fear of heights, and then like a year goes by or months go by, and we have to take the escalator or the whatever, and as it's getting higher, we're like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. But it's just reminding yourself, like, okay, hey self, like we already conquered this. We don't have to go back to the old way of being, doing, thinking, believing, seeing, knowing. And it's just about recommitting and making a choice. Okay, yeah, no, I'm on board with this. What I need to let go of is a resurfacing fear, a resurfacing pattern. So it doesn't mean that you didn't do a good enough job of clearing it before. It just means that you are wired like everybody else with a nervous system. And sometimes it just takes a little bit of repetition to have something be built into our system, so then it can become a habit. So I never read this book, but I'm seeing Atomic Habits coming in. So if you want to check that out, I've never read it, so I can't endorse it like I do with the other book I love so much. But I'm also seeing too How to Change Your Mind, and I think Michael Pollan wrote that. So I'll also just mention that in the description box if you want to check it out. But I only skimmed that one, so I can't give it my full, I don't know, I'm going to have to read it. So if you read it or you end up reading it, let us know if it's worth a read. I feel like it's a bestseller. I feel like it's very well known and it's popular, so okay. Anyway, then we have the energy of your hopes, wishes, dreams, fears. It's coming up as the death card. So that's interesting because when we let something go, we might first let something go to try it out, to see how it feels without this thing. And then as we can actually feel the true expansion happening in our life, so the increase of money, of love, of abundance, that is clearly on the way, or it's manifesting as a result of letting go of this thing. When it comes in, we might be realizing or recognizing like, I don't know if I'm ready to be happier. I don't know if I'm ready to be in a better committed relationship. I don't know if I'm ready to be in a higher paying job. Now I'm going to do a plug for the book I love so much. The Big Leap talks about this by Gay Hendricks. It's a really awesome book, but it talks about just feeling comfortable with getting more comfortable with being happy, because we're so programmed for everything to go wrong all the time. It's like we have to constantly make sure we're being diligent and adamant about like hitting that override button. No, it is safe for me to be happier. I lean into success and abundance every single day, and I inspire others around me to do the same. That's an affirmation from the book. It's super helpful. I highly recommend it. But yeah, I just feel like you're on your way on the path, and it could be that you're reverting back a little bit, because again, just to recap, it's like, all right, you did the clearing work, you pulled up the root of this limiting belief, the thing that needs to be let go of. You're starting to see these wonderful manifestations taking place as a result of uplifting that root. And it's triggering a response of like, I don't know if I'm actually ready for that. But you are. You definitely are. And it's about just softening around that and being like, no, I am willing and able and ready to receive this. So then going back, revisiting the fear, making sure, yep, we clean that root system out. We don't want to participate in that anymore. So we're moving forward with love instead of fear. We're choosing love over fear. Okay. And then the outcome is the Page of Cups. So this is the universe saying like, okay, here you go. Are you ready? So when you do let go of this thing and you do recommit to yourself, the Hierophant, with letting go of this thing, it's like the universe offers you this cup of love, this cup of support, a friendship, a romantic interest, a talk about, yeah, let's take our relationship to the next level, a promotion, something like that. So it's like the universe is just checking. Are you sure that you want this? Do you want to be more happier? Because we can give you the old thing again. And you're like, yeah, I'm sure, I'm positive. So it's really, really wonderful reading. I hope it's made sense. Let's get an oracle message before we close out. Give me 1 second. Okay, so let's get that oracle message for you guys. I just had to grab the guidebook for it because it's a good one. So the reward for letting go is Lalita Tripura Sundari. And it came out in reverse, this is an interesting card to come out in reverse. So it's like once this thing has been let go of, this is the reward that's coming in. So this is the guidance of how to get that reward from the universe. So I'm going to flop right open in the book. Thank you. So it's time to go after your desires. Okay. These desires are not goals of achievement, but rather what the inner you desires. Let me start over and I'll hold the card up so that way you can see it as I'm reading. Okay. So it's time to go after your desires. These desires are not goals of achievement, but rather what the inner you desires. Love, lust, passion. Lalita, the Tantrika goddess, awakens within to remind you of your divine feminine nature. She is fully alive, untamed, and mystical, joining the erotic with the spiritual. Lalita represents the part of you that is both a queen and a nymph, ruling with her elegance without foregoing her pleasure. Meditate on embodying Lalita's sensual power in all aspects of your life. So that is a really wonderful card. So what I'm actually getting with this is when you do decide to let go and you affirm, yeah, I'm ready to let this old belief system go. It doesn't serve my highest and greatest good anymore. And it's not purposeful in the life that I'm trying to create or trying to intend for myself. So when you do let it go, it totally expands your pleasure. It totally expands the amount of pleasure that you're open and willing to receive, because you're communicating with that to the universe. Yeah, I'm sure I don't want to operate from this fear-based old limiting belief. I want more love. And with love comes pleasure and enjoyment and happiness in your life. That's the reward. So if you needed a reason to remind yourself, why am I doing what I'm doing? It's to be happy. So sometimes it's like, oh yeah, I guess it can be that simple, but it really is. It's like, yeah, I'm choosing myself. I'm ready to move forward and make that decision with myself, and it's going to make me feel so much more happier. And yeah, there's signs and synchronicities of that. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. I do hope that that helped. Until next time, do stay well and take care. Oh, I forgot to mention too that I have some private readings that I need to focus on, so I'm not going to be posting as much. So if you need a private reading, you know where to find me, DelleGoddessIntuitive.com. And but I'm not going anywhere. It's just gonna just dialing back the frequency of posting videos, so just for a little bit. So that's all. Until next time, stay well, take care, and I'll see you. Bye.